excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Wentz now on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
As I was going to. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Eagles have taken the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Prescott off play action. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, Jackson. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. They're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And McCoy is going to be stopped up short. He didn't get it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll go with McCoy. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because, I'm an aggressive guy. But that the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. Normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk, it didn't work out. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to...
And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
And a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Galvin away and bring up 2nd down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Here's Wentz to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
On play action, Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. From just shy of midfield, Prescott connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, 35 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield as you...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Forced out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up third down. On third and long, it's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up second down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. And with time running down, they go down to a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
So we've reached halftime. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On play action, Prescott. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. To throw, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start. But boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Here we go. 180. 55. Get that quarterback.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Eagles. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a give here to Pollard. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott down. Going right side, he has Witten. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott, and down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Connor Barwin showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Marr able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Working from the gun, Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, If they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. So tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
12 more yards there and another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Wins to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 46 yards out. And Elliott puts this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
46.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Play action now. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. On 1st down, Pollard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
going to 53. Switch it, come on, switch it.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry for Josh Adams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.